Three predator mothers, three starving families, one merciless Savanna that will feed some of them and let the others go hungry. The lionesses hunt with coordination built over years of trust. The cheetah hunts alone, running faster than anything on the plain. The hyenas hunt with numbers and will not stop. You'll see in a few moments which family makes it through the night and which one doesn't. Just before we continue, we're new to YouTube, and we've just created this channel for wildlife enthusiasts like you. We need your support to keep moving forward. Consider subscribing to help us continue this adventure as long as possible. The sun is barely above the horizon, and the savanna is already dangerous. A rocky outcrop at the edge of a dry riverbed shelters 4 lion cubs that are thinner than they should be. They play fight in weak, clumsy bursts, short explosions of energy that end quickly because there is not enough food in their systems to sustain them. The 3 lionesses watching them from the flat rock above have not made a successful kill in 4 days. 4 days is the line between manageable hunger and something more permanent. The cubs do not understand this, the mothers do, and the tension in their bodies as they watch the herds moving through the grass below is not excitement. It is urgency, shaped into absolute focus. Half a kilometer away, a cheetah mother has flattened herself on top of a termite mound, her spotted coat catching the early light in a way that should make her visible from any distance. It does not. Her 3 cubs are hidden in a patch of tall grass behind her, tucked so still and silent that the animals moving nearby have no idea they exist. She has been scanning the plain below for 40 minutes. An impala herd has settled 200 meters out, young animals mixed with adults, the calves already moving with the nervous energy of prey that knows what morning means on the savanna. She's reading the herd the way a hunter reads terrain, looking for the angle, the individual, the moment. At the clan den, 3 kilometers north, the hyena mother is already organizing. Her 2 cubs are the loudest animals in a 1-kilometer radius, the whooping, high-pitched demand of young hyenas that have not eaten enough is a sound that carries across the plain and announces need in the most direct possible way. She has 8 clan members with her this morning, which is an advantage. But advantages on the savanna only hold as long as the hunt does. The wildebeest herd that has been moving along the dry creek bed is within range, and the clan is already starting to spread. 3 families. 3 hunts beginning within the same stretch of golden morning light. Only some of them will succeed, and you'll see in a few moments which one comes closest to losing everything before the sun is fully up. The zebra stallion has separated from the main herd slightly, not enough that most predators would notice, but the lionesses have been watching this herd for 20 minutes, and they have noticed everything. They spread without a signal that any outside observer could identify. The leftmost lioness begins a wide arc through the tall grass that will bring her to a position 60 meters ahead of the zebra's current direction of travel. The second moves directly right, using a shallow depression in the ground to stay below the zebra's sight line. The third, the most experienced of the 3, carrying the scars of hunts that did not go cleanly, holds position and watches. She is reading the zebra's attention. She is waiting for it to look away. The cubs on the rocks above watch all of this. They do not move. The left lioness reaches her position and goes flat. The right one is still closing. The zebra lifts its head, ears rotating. It looks directly at the section of grass where the experienced lioness is lying. And for 3 seconds the entire hunt balances on whether the animal's instinct overrides its uncertainty. It looks away. The lead lioness springs, but the angle is wrong, committed half a second too early, and the zebra reads the grass movement and bolts before she has covered half the distance. The plan breaks instantly into its improvised second phase. The left lioness cuts her arc short and drives toward the running zebra's new direction. The right one abandons the flanking position entirely and charges from the side. The experienced one, who triggered the spring, is already running from behind, pushing the zebra forward into the path the other 2 are cutting off. The chase covers 200 meters at full speed. At the midpoint, the zebra's kick swings backward and catches the left lioness across the shoulder. Not a clean hit, but enough to knock her stride off for 3 steps, while the zebra pulls 2 body lengths ahead. She recovers. She accelerates. The gap closes again. The right lioness hits the zebra's hindquarters from the side, claws hooking in, her weight pulling the animal's rear legs off their stride pattern. The zebra stumbles. The experienced lioness arrives from behind at the exact moment the stumble begins, and her jaws find the throat in the half-second that the zebra's head drops toward the ground. The cubs are running down from the rocks before the zebra has fully stilled. They will eat tonight, but 300 meters across the plain, a different kind of hunt is in its final, desperate seconds, and the outcome is far from certain. The young impala at the edge of the herd is slightly slower than the others to react. That fraction of a second is what the cheetah has been waiting for. She launches from the termite mound in an explosion of acceleration that compresses the distance from 200 meters to contact range in under 20 seconds. The impala herd shatters in every direction. The cheetah does not follow the herd. She follows the one impala she selected before she left the mound, the specific animal, the specific angle already mapped in her head before her paws left the ground. The impala cuts left. The cheetah's tail swings right, counterbalancing the turn with a physics-defying adjustment that keeps her 4 strides behind instead of 10. The impala cuts right. The cheetah mirrors it again. At 70 kilometers per hour through grass and over uneven ground, the two animals are running a course that no straight-line sprinter could manage. Then the warthog appears from nowhere. It crosses directly between the cheetah and the impala, a collision course that the cheetah reads and reacts to in a fraction of a second, throwing her weight sideways and losing the ground she had just gained. The impala gets 6 meters back. The cheetah's lungs are already burning. This speed cannot be maintained much longer, and she knows it at a biological level that does not involve conscious thought. She pushes anyway. The gap closes back to 3 meters. 2. Her right forepaw swings low, hooking the impala's back leg at the exact point of stride extension, and the impala's rear legs cross and fold, and the animal goes down in a tumbling, sliding crash through the grass. The cheetah is on it before it stops moving, jaws at the throat, panting so hard she can barely hold the bite. She holds it. She waits. The impala stills. The cheetah lifts her head to call to her cubs, and then she freezes. On the horizon, moving fast, 4 hyenas are already angling toward her. They have read the chase from a distance, the dust, the trajectory, the sudden stillness that signals a successful kill, and they are running directly for her position. She looks at the kill. She looks at the hyenas. She looks toward where her cubs are hidden in the grass, 300 meters behind her. You'll see in a few moments what she decides. But first, understand what that decision costs. She cannot fight 4 hyenas over a fresh kill and win. She cannot carry the impala fast enough to reach her cubs before the hyenas reach her. What she can do is drag the kill toward a section of thornbush 40 meters to her left, use the dense cover to delay the hyenas, and call her cubs in while the obstruction buys her time. She moves the moment the calculation completes, not fast enough for the hyenas not to see her, but fast enough that by the time they arrive, 2 of her cubs are already feeding. The hyenas hit the thornbush boundary and slow, circling the outside, reading whether the cheetah will defend or abandon. She holds position between the cubs and the hyenas, body low, every alarm signal active. The hyenas are calculating too. The kill is mostly intact. The cover is difficult. The cheetah is not moving. 2 of the hyenas push through the thornbush from opposite sides. The cheetah makes a single decision. She drives at the nearest one. Pure aggression, buying the seconds her cubs need to take as much of the kill as they can carry into the deeper brush. The hyena pulls back. The cheetah repositions. By the time the hyenas have the carcass, the cubs have already disappeared into the thicket. It is not a clean win, but the cubs have eaten. And on the savanna, partial wins are the difference between families that survive and families that do not. The wildebeest calf has been running for 8 minutes and it is starting to fail. The hyena clan has rotated 3 lead runners since the chase began, each one fresh when it takes over, maintaining a pace the calf cannot match over distance. The calf's mother has been running alongside it the entire time, trying to position herself between the clan and her young. But the hyenas split around her on both sides with the practiced efficiency of animals that have run this specific scenario many times before. At the 9-minute mark, the calf stumbles. The clan closes instantly. The takedown is loud and chaotic and over quickly, each one finding a grip point before the calf has fully processed the ground contact. The hyena mother gets meat into her jaws within the first 90 seconds and begins moving immediately toward the den. She has learned that the longer a kill sits in the open, the more likely it is to attract something larger. She is right to move fast. The lionesses, fed from their own kill, but alert to anything in their territory, have already heard the clan's noise. 2 of them are angling toward the sound, not from hunger, but from the particular competitive territorial instinct that makes lions displace hyenas from kills even when they do not need the food. The clan feeds with one eye on the grass line, eating as fast as biology allows, carrying what they can. GH meat for both cubs. She drops it, stands over it, watches them eat with the specific fixed attention of an animal that understands exactly how close that outcome came to being different. 3 hunts, 3 different outcomes: the lioness's coordinated takedown, the cheetah's desperate defense of a partial kill, the hyena's endurance chase run just ahead of displacement. All 3 families survive today. Tomorrow the calculation resets entirely. The savanna does not carry forward yesterday's success. The herds move. The terrain changes. The cubs that ate today will be hungry again by dawn, and the mothers will be at the grass edge again, reading the same wind, making the same impossibly high-stakes decisions with the same urgency, driving every choice. This is the battle that never ends. And somewhere out there in the gold and dust of the morning, it is already beginning again. If this is the kind of world you want to explore, subscribe now. We are just getting started.